I've known for quite some time that I liked girls more than guys. I've never mentioned to anyone up until almost a year and a half ago because my sister and I were a little only a year apart and I thought she liked girls. And then at 16, when she came out of the closet, I decided to stay in and continue dating guys. But as my sister started dating and meeting more and more lesbians, I started meeting more and more lesbians and becoming friends with them as well. My best friend at the time was a lesbian, and I divulged to her that I liked females. And she said, okay. I thought this would shock her, being that my sister is gay. I came out, I dated a few girls, and I have been in a relationship for 8 months now with my girlfriend. But I've never really heard of gay sisters before, and it still kind of bothers me. I hate telling people that my sister and I are both gay. I feel like people must think that one of us really isn't because the other is, but I can tell you with 100% certainty that I'm gay, and my sister can say the same. Have you ever heard of this? Is this normal? I had someone write me a letter who is figuring out her own sexuality. She thinks she's probably gay, but her sister's gay. So this threw her. She had some idea that because her sister's gay, the odds were far too low that she'd be gay as well. What do you think of that?
I actually know 2 lesbian sisters, and they're twins.
I know them too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know some other sisters as well.
Yeah. I know a few.
I know a few too. Suzanne Westenhoefer, one of our favorite comedians ever, has a gay sister. Bridget McManus, another one of our favorite comedians, has a gay sister. An argument for genetics, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Do you know any gay siblings?
I know Tegan and Sarah, the 2 sister singer-songwriters.
Do you know them personally?
I don't know them personally, but I know they're twins. They're identical twins, I think.
I don't know.
I think they're identical. But, well, they look alike. And they're both gay. And they're sisters, so...
Do you know any other genetically related people who are gay?
I do. I have a friend who's gay, and her mother is gay. So her mother was gay for years as she was growing up. And when she became, got into her teens, in high school, she was a friend of mine in high school, she was gay too, and it was cool with her mom being gay, and she was gay, and I don't know, her mom had a live-in lover for years.
Yeah.
So it was a mom-daughter situation.
I'll give you some brief background so you'll have some context and a frame of reference. First and foremost, you should know that I just turned 35. I've not come out yet. Crazy. I know you don't like to use that term, and yes, even I know that. I don't know what I've been hiding from or afraid of all these years. I've been with men over the course of years, but never really enjoyed it. I had a boyfriend in college, but even then I think I knew I preferred women, although I was too scared to even experiment. The fact that I've only been with men is twofold. I think I'm trying to convince myself that if I keep trying hetero relationships, eventually I might get used to them or even like them. I know that's not logical, but I can't seem to break this pattern of thinking. Secondly, it's easy to cover up my true identity if friends and family see me with a man every once in a while. I know that this is not healthy, but I've managed to lead a life full of enough distractions that it's just hitting me now how truly emotionally and physically unfulfilling my life has been. I have great friends, I have great family. I'm sure most of them would be supportive, although I think coming out would be a huge disappointment to my mother. No grandchildren, and we just lost my dad to cancer. Nevertheless, I think my biggest fear is that I will come out without ever having had a lesbian experience. Therefore, I would be alienating myself from my friends, and I won't have anyone to turn to because no one in the lesbian community will want to take me in. I'm so embarrassed that I've been such a coward and that I've been lying to everyone this long. Will the gay community think I'm an ass for hiding this long? And then she says she's sure she's really gay. And her name is Maddie G. Maddie, I think you should go out into the community and ask the gay community what they think of you coming out at 35. I think you'd be surprised at the answers you'd get. You were just assuming that nobody would accept you. I asked a couple of different people what they would do, what they would say to you. What would you say to a 35-year-old woman who wants to come out of the closet, but she's afraid because she's 35 and she's never told anybody that she's gay, that what's going to happen is her straight friends are going to abandon her because now they won't identify with her, and she feels like the gay community is not going to accept her because she waited too long to come out of the closet, and that they're going to have
some kind of disrespect from her because of that. That's what her fear is. What do you think?
I think they'll be excited there's someone new in their community they can prey on.
Bitter at 19.
I think that if she's herself, she'll find herself happier than she is in any other position. If she comes out, she's going to be happier, and I'm sure she'll find people to accept her and be her friends.
Yeah, I agree with that too. See? Told ya! No,
We'll
not
take
35.
you.
All right. You're not 35, but she wants to know what the whole gay community is going to think of her. What do you think of that? Do you have any judgment on her at all? Come here, comment.
I would be so very happy for her, actually.
What would you tell her?
I would say, good for you.
Yeah?
You know, good for you that you found yourself. And I had a friend, actually, who came out in her 40s. She'd been with men and not married, but she had a long-term relationship with a man for 10 years. They bought a house together, and in their 40s, I always thought that she was gay, but I don't know, I guess she had a meeting with somebody, a chance meeting, and they worked out that way, and she ended up,
She figured it out.
yeah, you know, so I think any age, you can be gay at any age.
It's hard to come out. I mean, I was afraid to. I did it when I was younger, but, well, I am young, but...
Maddie, here's the thing. You've got to be true to yourself now. What are you waiting for? You asked yourself that question a few times. What am I waiting for? What have I been so afraid of? I think you need to jump. And I think you know you need to jump. We accept you. I don't think there's going to be anyone out there who's going to look at you and say, it's too late, you can't be gay. Time expired. You got to be you. You got to be true to yourself. You've got to have a personal revolution of the soul. You've got to just own it. I don't care if it's whether you're gay or whatever it is you figure out about yourself. Be true to it. And the people you lose because of it, be thankful, because it's going to energetically open up the way for the people you're going to gain. And they're going to be there. But you've got to stop pushing against the river, and you've got to go with it.
How did you come out?
I didn't really come out. My family just kind of knew.
They did?
I kind of just stopped dating boys and started bringing my girlfriends around. And my girlfriends were obviously gay. So they were kind of like, they caught on to it really quick. And then finally I came out and told them, and they were like, thanks, we already knew. So I had built it up to be this huge ordeal. Like, they were going to hate me, and they pretty much already knew.
And they didn't hate you?
No, they didn't
So you
hate
didn't
me.
face any conflict or problems with your family? Just kind of went smoothly
No,
for
they
you?
actually were really accepting.
Well, that's cool. How about you? You just were.
I just was.
And you bought yourself a diamond L for lesbian.
Right, exactly. That's totally what it means.
Well, you know what? If this woman has a problem with it, she's obviously judging herself.
Yes.
She has more of a problem herself than probably other people do, because most people are walking around caring about themselves more than they do about you. We think they're thinking about us all the
Right,
time.
we make things about ourselves.
They're actually thinking about themselves all the time. That's what I think.
I think you're right. I think you're talking about projection.
Yeah.
You know, we project our own thoughts and feelings on other people all the time.